She had a home now, a quiet place under the sun and the moon. But peace for one soul meant farewell for two hearts. She could feel her time was short. The karma that bound her to the mortal world was fading, and soon, she would be released. The morning light was gentle, bathing the small courtyard in a soft golden glow. Beside the new grave, where young bamboo swayed, she materialized, more translucent than ever, her white silk dress almost dissolving into the air. He was there, just as she knew he would be, sitting quietly, his gaze fixed on the simple wooden tablet bearing her name. She sat beside him, so close their shoulders might have touched, if she were still solid. Her voice was like a distant breeze, a whisper from a world he could not follow. "My soul is free now," she said, a faint bittersweet smile on her lips. "The chains are broken. I can go, to be reborn." He turned to her, his eyes soft, but a quiet sorrow lingered within them. "Then you will live again," he replied gently. "Laugh again, play your chin again." She nodded, the movement barely perceptible. "Yes," she whispered, "but I will carry this memory with me. The memory of a scholar who refused to let a ghost remain in darkness." They sat in a comfortable silence, the world around them fading away until it was just the two of them. The rustle of bamboo leaves sounded faintly like the strings of her chin, a melody only they could hear. Slowly, she reached out her hand. It passed through his, as it always had, but this time, a soft, warm glow lingered where they almost touched, a phantom warmth against his skin. "If one day," she began, her voice trembling slightly, "you meet a girl who smiles too much, who plays the chin when no one is listening, who looks at the moon with quiet longing, will you recognize me?" His voice was steady, a rock in the swirling sea of their parting, his eyes shining with unshed tears. "I will," he promised. "I will look for you in every gentle smile, in every note of music carried by the wind. And when I find you, I will say, I have been waiting." A single tear escaped her eye, but it didn't fall. Instead, it turned into a tiny spark of light and floated upward. Her form began to brighten, particles of silver light rising from her like 1,000 fireflies taking flight into the dawn. "Then live well, Ning Caichen," she whispered, her voice fading with her form. "Live long enough for us to meet again." She leaned forward, and her forehead brushed his in the lightest, most ethereal touch. A ghost of a kiss, a final silent promise. "And you," he whispered back, his voice thick with emotion, "be happy in your next life. Be free. I will find you." And then she smiled. A real, radiant smile. The first one he had ever seen without a trace of sorrow. She dissolved completely, becoming countless points of silver light. They circled around him once, a final gentle caress on his face. His hands, his hair, before drifting up toward the sky, blending seamlessly with the morning sun. The bamboo swayed, releasing a single, clear note that hung in the air like the final chord of a song. Years passed. The scholar grew older, silver threads weaving through his dark hair. He still sat in the courtyard, the bamboo now grown tall and graceful, the small grave well tended with blooming flowers. One morning, a young woman in a simple white dress passed by on the path outside, a chin cradled in her arms. She paused, her steps faltering as she glanced toward the courtyard. For the briefest of moments, their eyes met across the distance. She smiled, a warm, familiar smile, touched with a hint of shyness. He looked back, and a soft, knowing smile bloomed on his own face. Some loves end in parting. Some loves simply wait. Across lifetimes, under the same moon. And that's a wrap on another beautiful love story. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing in this special moment. Isn't it amazing how two paths can cross and create something so magical? Every love story is a unique journey, filled with its own twists, turns, and unforgettable moments. We believe every story deserves to be told and celebrated. If you were touched by this story, let us know in the comments below. We absolutely love reading your thoughts and hearing about your own experiences with love. Remember, love is all around us in the grand gestures and the quiet moments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tales of romance and connection. We can't wait to share another story with you soon. Until next time, keep your hearts open. Thanks for watching.